The reworking of the curriculum to make it more relevant to the life experiences, interests and aspirations of all students has provided much of the shape and the substance to the contemporary curriculum. It has, however, not gone uncontested. And some of the most vocal critics are conservatives, those who believe that things of value are being lost or are at risk of being lost through this process of reworking. The Australian conservative critic Kevin Donnelly is very much representative of this viewpoint right across the Western world. Donnelly advances two major complaints about the progressive curriculum. First, standards of literacy, numeracy and basic scientific understanding are falling. This Donnelly attributes to not just what students are being taught, but also how they're being taught. In mathematics, for example, students are no longer required to memorise the times table or algebraic formulae, but instead they use calculators and computers. Reading and writing are no longer taught by the phonics method, where students learn the connections between sounds and letters and how to assemble the letters into words. Rather, they're being taught by the whole of language approach, which proposes that students pick up reading and writing skills best when these activities are integrated into a whole range of other classroom activities, where reading and writing is not considered to be a specific exercise in its own right. The conservatives argue that because of this, students are missing out on some of the basic fundamental skills. The English curriculum is getting cluttered with items from popular culture. TV shows, films, magazines, even advertisements are studied. Accordingly, students are unable to distinguish fine cultural works from the rest. In science teaching, students are encouraged to engage with non-scientific issues at the same time as they're trying to learn to do science. So, for example, in studying geology, they not only learn about rock formations, but also about the environmental damage that mining can cause. Donnelly's second complaint is that schooling has abandoned its role as the custodian of society's cultural values and beliefs. And even worse, it's become politicised. History, for example, is no longer taught in terms of the great figures and the dates of great events that made Western civilization a source of pride, but now incorporates the experience of Indigenous people, women and trade unionists. Popular culture is pushing the great cultural accomplishments of the West off the curriculum. Shakespeare is a great favourite of Donnelly's. And finally, science, one of Western civilization's greatest accomplishments, is now just being taught as one among a number of cultural values.